Thank you, Henry, and your love for money. Please sit down. Thank you. Chairman of the board and your members, Governor of the Central Bank and your staff, ladies and gentlemen, let me begin by saying that I am without doubt delighted to be here today, this being my very first visit as president to the Central Bank of Kenya. Last time I entered those doors was in 1984 when I came to look for some foreign exchange to go to school, and I was told to go upstairs and see some secretary. So I don't know whether those things still exist or whether you're now doing things in a different manner. Yeah, Joseph. But let me say it has not escaped my notice that today is actually the eve of our country's 55th Jamhuri Day, a day when we reflect and celebrate on our independence and our aspirations as Kenyans. I want to once again commend the board, management, and indeed all the staff of the Central Bank for successfully steering the banking sector, our monetary policy, and our national payment system in a very challenging global and domestic environment. Thanks to your hard work and commitment, our shilling has remained fairly stable and competitive, and equally encouraging, the banking industry as a whole has been vibrant, competitive, and without doubt, I believe, the most innovative on the African continent. This has gone a long way to support our social and economic transformational agenda that is articulated in our Vision 2030 national blueprint. But we also acknowledge that we still have a lot of work to do. A lot of work to transform our country into a globally competitive and prosperous nation with a high quality of life for all. And this, I believe, is in line with our spirit and the spirit also of our 2010 Constitution. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a proven fact that strong and robust public institutions are a prerequisite for effective public service delivery and the realization of sustained development for any nation, and Kenya is no exemption. We achieve positive outcomes when public institutions such as the Central Bank pursue their constitutional and statutory mandates in an environment of liberty and their constitutionally guaranteed operational, and I repeat, operational independence. My administration's pledge to the people of Kenya is to continue to nurture a political and legal framework that allows independent institutions to carry out their national mandate without any undue hindrance. Indeed, independent institutions operating within the bounds of their enabling legislations are an essential aspect of any thriving democracy and also critical to economic transformation. Anchoring the central bank in the Constitution's safeguards, its independence in discharging its mandate, one of which is the production of currency, like the new generation coinage that we are launching today. However, ladies and gentlemen, it is important to put the matter of independence in its proper context. When I had the privilege to address the annual Congress of the Forum of Chairs of Constitutional and Independent Offices on October 12, 2018, this was in Meru, I did emphasize that these institutions don't exist outside of government, removed from the demands and expectations that are placed on all of us by Kenyans in exercise of their constitutional rights. And I did make it clear that it is necessary for us to have clear consultations so as to ensure harmony in our policies, and this cannot be debatable. Indeed, consultation is a constitutional requirement as it is necessary for effective governance and service delivery. I therefore expect the central bank, management and board to be alive to this fact, as well as all other constitutional commissions. Ladies and gentlemen, today, in addition to accepting, as you have heard, Henry is very excited about it, a dividend cheque from the central bank, we shall also be unveiling the set of new generation coins which are compliant with our 2010 Constitution of Kenya. Since taking office in 2013, my administration has midwifed the transition to a new constitutional order which entails working with various institutions to implement the Constitution and to execute their mandates. I'm therefore extremely pleased that today we can achieve yet another milestone, launching the family of new generation coins. They honor the wishes of the people of Kenya in regard to their national currency as expressed in our Constitution. And I am happy to note that the public aspirations and views were considered. I see my friend, where has he gone? Papi Mumeru, oh, Rakopale. I am also informed that the coins contain features that make them more accessible to visually impaired persons, and I applaud you for that. Hongera sana. Ladies and gentlemen, a nation's currency is not merely an instrument for exchange of value. Beyond being a medium of exchange, a store of value, an unit of account, the motifs and design elements in currencies present a unique way of recording history, celebrating a country's diverse culture, and our natural environment. In our case, the circulating coinage has featured images and portraits that reveal historic and political developments that have defined our country for over a century. I am informed that the new generation of coins continues the tradition of depicting an aspect that best describes our country. Indeed, the choice of the main theme, Kenya Reborn and Prosperity, is a true reflection of the spirit of our Constitution and Kenya's development goals as outlined in our Vision 2030. I thank the Board of Directors, management and staff of the Central Bank of Kenya for the diligent work producing the new generation coinage, and I also salute the members of the public as well as the public institutions. Professor, where I've forgotten your name and I'm trying to mention you. Where? Eh? Eh? Wallace Kantai, namna muendele namna. Yeah. I also salute the members of the public for their valuable input in the design proposals submitted for consideration by the bank. Lastly, ladies and gentlemen, before I conclude, given the fact that I never have an opportunity like the governor to put all these money people in one room, but he has, somehow he can do it. I really want to make one appeal. Our country is growing. We are wanting to transform our country. We cannot transform our country if we ignore the fact that we need to be able to bring on board our small and medium enterprises. Today, our country, the backbone of our economy, is the SMEs. We have all seen what the political class has tried to do, and I'm not trying to say that they did it in the right way. It has faced its own challenges, and we accept. But it is in response to the fact that there is lack of credit to our small and medium-sized enterprises. And I believe that you, as the financial sector, have a responsibility, not necessarily to be governed by law, but to be governed by your own commitment and dedication to this country, to see how you can ensure that we avail credit to these SMEs. They are the backbone. They are the ones that are going to help us create jobs. They are the ones who will guarantee you good returns. And this I promise. But that can't happen if you exclude them and ignore them. And this is something that my government is looking into. This is something that we are asking the central bank to look into. But most importantly, I am asking you to look at. Kenya has changed. We cannot just say that the only secure borrowers are large companies and government. You must be innovative. You must begin to look at new ways. And we are willing to support you to do that if there are things that we need to do. But we must have affordable and available credit to our small and medium enterprises if this country is going to achieve the economic transformation that some of us have set upon ourselves. And I ask you, as the owners of credit, it is time for you also to start changing and looking at new ways of approaching how you deal with the issue of credit. We have a lot of young and very innovative people. They may not have title deeds, but they have great ideas. We can take on jointly the responsibility of training them how to manage their accounts, how to manage money. But at the end of the day, that is of no use if they can't access credit. If they can't access credit. So I am really looking forward in 2019 to working very closely together with you to see how we can ensure that credit is availed to our small and medium enterprises, credit is availed to our farmers, because this is the backbone of our economy. And this is how you will also make money going forward. So anyway, I couldn't avoid that opportunity kuambia you. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, it is now my great honor and privilege to launch and unveil the new generation coins of the Republic of Kenya. I understand I'm the first one to have my coin, and thank you all, and God bless you, and have a very Merry Christmas, and God willing, a prosperous New Year 2019. Asanteni sana.